yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh.
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Shayna. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Woo! Hey.
Greetings and
What we talking about? What we talking about?
Salutations of
Bird.
Yes, sir. But greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome to a bonus edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast, where it is officially your 2023 WWE Crown Jewel post-show review, highlights, all that good stuff. If you are new around here or if you are returning, you are in the right place at the right time. This is the place to be. This is your official spot for this post-show that took place. Well, the post-show of the premium live event. Do we say that around here?
PLE that shit. PLE that shit.
This is your official.
Are we cussing? Do I gotta?
You're good.
Okay. We're good.
You're good. It's unleashed for a reason. But this is your official post show for WWE Crown Jewel 2023 that went down live at Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And I'm not by myself, if you don't know already. I joined by, as always, is my boy, my main man, Mr. Highlight of the Night, Highlight Reel, the voice behind the Gresh Unleashed anthem, the Unleashed anthem, which is right there. If you scan that QR code, you can go ahead and stream all the songs that is from here. It is a fire intro on that. But as you can see, my hype man right here at the bottom of, if you're watching this on YouTube or wherever you're streaming this is my man. We met him at a lot of shows in person. Well, it was SummerSlam 2022.
2022, baby. 2022. And we've been going strong ever since. Every SummerSlam. So we got to keep it going, baby.
Got to keep it going. But this is for those of you who don't know, this is my man. This is the dude. Playboy Rick. What's good?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I love y'all. I missed y'all. Let's get it.
And for those of you who don't know, they are representing the Life's a Botch podcast. You guys make sure you guys go check that out as well if you haven't done so.
And we've been gone for too long, but we gonna get it back.
Yes,
your boy been moving. We've been moving and we've been grooving. So we gonna get it back.
Gresh say pay-per-view. It's your damn show. This is true. Shout out my boy Ken Lewis. This is true. I can say pay-per-view if I want to, because that's what I've been saying. My mama and my grandmama all been saying pay-per-view since I was a toddler. I'm gonna keep saying pay-per-view.
It is a pay-per-view. Goddammit.
Because we paying for it. We pay for Peacock,
right? So we pay for the cock. Paying for the cock.
Whoa! Pause, my ninja. Pause. Big pause.
Paying for the cock.
Oh, we refuse to call it the cock. No.
You gotta call it the cock. Wait.
We refuse to call it that.
Do you want to call it Diggo Bix?
No.
No.
Absolutely
not. Absolutely not.
We paying for the Diggo Bix. We paying for the Diggo Bix. Are we paying for the Diggo Bix?
Oh God, no. No.
Right. Let's get some. Let's get some wrestling.
Let's do it, dog. Let's do it.
Hey, you see, Highlight. You see, I'm ready. Milwaukee 316, baby.
Baby, come on now.
Oh my God.
I'm ready.
We just getting started, y'all. We just getting started.
They said I was in a beater on the first show, and now I'm going harder than everybody. Where we at? Where we at?
All right. So what we're gonna do for those of you who are new to the post shows that we usually do, we review in reverse. We don't start off with the kickoff. We go from the main event since that's fresh on everybody's minds.
Yes.
So we might as well go ahead and talk about the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns defended the championship against the one and only the megastar. Yeah. Night. So I'm gonna let you guys start off before I give my honest opinions on this match. Let's start with you. Highlight. What was your thoughts on Roman Reigns versus LA Knight?
It was in terms of outcome exactly how we pretty much expected. Typical Roman Reigns type matches where you get that outside interference from a bloodline member. It's long though. It didn't have that slow start like a Roman match may usually have before finally picking up the pace midway towards the end. Shout out to LA Knight, man. He kept his star on the rise. Even in defeat, as I said on Twitter, I said even in losing, he will still win. Because believe you me, this is over for this guy. He will be back in the spotlight with a different outcome. But I thought it was solid for what it was, man. And not much you can say about a Roman match.
Let's talk about it, Rick. What was your thoughts?
Beach ball? Oh wait, we had a bunch of beach balls, and LA Knight held it down. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it quick. This was just it was the same old bloodline stuff.
Beach ball. Don't say bloodline. Say beach ball. Say beach ball.
No, I get that joke. Like I get the joke, but I'm just saying like because I actually, for those of you I've been on record, I enjoy the bloodline stuff. I told y'all personally, and it's like I'm at that point where it's like if it's going to be the same exact outcome, why would we genuinely care about the matches? No
bullshit. No bullshit. I literally thought LA Knight would come out here. No bullshit. Like I said, it has no reason to not come out and win this. Like that would be a shocker.
Yeah, I would have been genuinely shocked.
Yeah, it would have been a nice pop to get like I was hoping for that reason. Just like, hey, let's get that unexpected pop since the rest of the world expects. I know that they want to finish Cody's story, but there's so many other ways you could have did that. It didn't have to involve.
Oh my God, Cody's story is getting so convoluted. Like it's so many people getting in the way of Cody's story. Like Cody didn't finish it in time. Like Cody, you wasting time on your story.
He's an open universe like a Spider-Man too. He's doing all these side missions and getting.
Yes, he's doing side missions and it's not happening
at all. Like it's at that point now. Like I'm like, all right, we know that you're. It's like part of me expects it, kind of like with SummerSlam when we was there in Detroit with him against Jey Uso. I'm like, we expect this. It's the same outcome, and it's to the point where it's like we're getting redundant with repeating ourselves.
Yeah,
because we keep repeating ourselves. Let's just keep it a stat. Like it's the same song and dance every match. The match be solid, and then as soon as the outside interference, you be like, all right,
here we go. That's what we got.
I was tweeting about tweeting jokes and random stuff all throughout the show, but then soon as the main event hit, I'm like, cue outside interference.
Yeah, because when's the last time we actually saw Roman win a match without outside interference? Does it even count from the time?
My man. I've been saying this. I've been preaching this.
Was it WrestleMania when he won the Universal? Like when he merged the titles? Was that clean? Wasn't that clean against Brock?
Against Brock? Was that clean?
I think that was clean.
SummerSlam wasn't definitely
SummerSlam
wasn't clean.
The rematch was not clean, but I'm just talking about
No.
Yeah, so I think it was. I genuinely think that's the last time a title defense was clean. Damn,
Yeah,
that's
because then he got his little swaggy. You know.
So that was
but
so the last time he won a clean title defense was 2022. That's a problem.
that is a problem. That is a problem.
Like after a while, and it's like I get the whole argument. Heels are supposed to cheat, but when it becomes every single defense, and he doesn't defend it often,
no,
you're gonna be like, okay, I can miss this show and not miss a thing.
Okay, check it out. Like I've told motherfuckers like this. Everybody was mad at Brock when he came in, wreck shit, and he would be vacant. You know what I'm saying? Vacant. Come through a pay-per-view, wreck shit, and be vacant. But with Brock, he'll give you a match. He would throw it down with Rey Mysterio. He would throw it down with AJ Styles. He would throw it down with who else we got? Like every match was money.
Brian Danielson.
Yes, but with Brian Danielson, money. Come on now. He would throw it down. Roman don't got that. Roman is not a freak like Brock, but he got the Brock package. Hey, here's Paul Heyman. Hey, you ain't gotta talk. You can talk when you want to. But then on the flip side, Brock don't need Paul, because Brock is hilarious without Paul.
Right. Well,
we've seen it.
I'm about to say I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit, because I'm not gonna sit here and act like all Brock's matches when he was like from 2018 to like 2019 were great.
Mm-hmm.
Like it got repetitive after a while.
Oh yeah, it did.
His match with Finn Balor, and it's like it's getting to the point where it's like I don't really blame the talent anymore. I blame
the booking.
How they're the booking.
Yeah,
because it's like, all right, do we care anymore?
Because
it is reaching that Brock territory, but not the Brock territory of I'm ready to not see him, because every time Roman is on TV, it feels like it's a big deal. The character is fine.
Yeah,
it's just the matches.
The match is Brock's talent, Roman's talent.
It's like if you hear me say LOL Roman match, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's getting to that point where I'm gonna be like, you know how we say LOL TNA when we talk about TNA's questionable decisions. It's gonna get to that point now with Brock. I mean, with Roman and his matches, because it's like, all right.
And see, look, look. Just dotted. We both stumbled. We both botched it. We both said Brock on Roman. We both said Brock on Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got the Brock package.
And I'm not even knocking the Brock package, because I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm one of the top guys and they say, hey, we're gonna give you this package,
I ain't mad at it.
Max, I mean, hey, especially if you need it.
That man got 5 kids. He need it.
Come on now.
That man
fuck them kids.
Nah, he need to be that brother need to be at home. That brother is like that brother need to be at home, man. But yeah, man. It was a wrong, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I saw tweets, they was like, what did I miss about Crown Jewel? Just to sum it up, we'll talk about everything, but just to sum it up, it was basically Raw on a Saturday night.
Yeah,
Saturday Night Raw. That was pretty much what it is. Like outside of the return here and there, it was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was not a, I texted Dwayne before we got on air. I said, yo, it wasn't a bad show. It was just a whatever show.
It was a show.
And it's like, if you watch it, cool. If you miss it, cool.
Yeah.
You're not really
Definitely.
missing much. But speaking of not missing much, and that was a nice little segue because the next match we're gonna talk about is Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, which was a Monday Night Raw match. If you've seen Judgment Day versus whatever babyface that they put in front of him that week, it was literally that match.
Yep.
Let's start with you, Rick. Let's start with you, Rick. What you think? What you thought about this match if you even watched it?
Bro, I ain't gonna jack. I caught the end of it. I caught when he won. You know, I got the end. So I didn't see the match, but I knew what it was. You know.
Yeah. Highlight. What was your thoughts on the match?
Pretty much what you expect. I mean, we talk about Roman at this point. Cody's well on his way.
Cody is lining up.
It's one of those things where he ain't taken a lot of losses along this journey so far yet. And one, Damian Priest looks like a freaking dork. Just
10 times over. 10 times over.
Okay, he's looking like a dork right now. And in case of Cody, he's looking like a Super Cena. A Trios Crossroads. He's looking
shout out to Oh My God Graham with the Public Enemies podcast. He put out a tweet. He's like, he did not need to do 3 Crossroads. One was fine. One was fine.
Exactly. Why? Why are we doing 3 Crossroads on Damian Priest?
Because Damian Priest is a monster.
Who got his briefcase stolen? Wow. Yeah.
He's a monster.
My camera did not freeze. I just was like, all right, he's a monster.
Okay.
Brock, look, Roman, I understood because he was a Super Saiyan. He was basically Super Saiyan at WrestleMania. Brock, I understand because he's Brock.
He's Brock. Brock is Super Saiyan.
But Damian, come on.
Yeah.
Kick out of one, I get, but then the second one should.
The second one is enough. Is enough.
But 4.
Jeez.
That's what we're doing.
Damian Priest is a monster. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico.
Yeah, man. He's treading that thin water of what they did with the previous Money in the Bank winners that you kind of see like the Corbin and
like
standout.
You keep losing and then you finally either win or lose the big one, basically.
Hey,
looking like he's going towards losing the big one.
Hey, but
they might give it to Sammy.
But Baron said all the losing he did, he loved it. He did say that's on record, bro. He said,
"Okay,
all the losing." He was like, "They think I'm mad because I'm losing. I love it." So I mean, if you win it, you win it. That's your lane. That's your lane.
Wait for it. Wait for the cue, and
nigga.
I love it.
Hey, look, man.
What?
That's his lane. That's his lane. I guess it's his lane.
The man said that with a straight face. I hear you.
Straight face. Hey, straight face that. Straight face that.
Like, I hear you. You just look at all you can do is just look down at your phone, and be like, I hear you.
All right. That's cool and all, but okay.
Like, you just give a thumbs up. You're like, all right. But speaking of thumbs up, let's talk about Bianca Belair challenging. I already knew that was gonna get Rick. Bianca Belair challenging Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship.
Let's fucking go.
What you guys think of this match? I'm gonna give my thoughts in the end as always, but let's start with you. Highlight. What did you think about this match, Io Sky versus? But we're gonna save the surprise at the end for after I give my thoughts, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, so excluding the surprise element of this, pretty much was exactly what we would have expected in Bianca's case of too soon to give it to somebody that just got back from a hiatus, but given the chase, they're doing what you usually would do with a baby face like Bianca, going for that chase and having obstacles along the way of that chase, while also telling a separate story in their own right, which I'm sure Gresh will pull out when he gets to his thoughts. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid match. I'd give this a slight above grade of a Raw SmackDown kind of match. So I'll say
A TV match.
You know, yeah, it was above a TV match to me. I give it a like a pay-per-view worthy kind of match, and had the crowd in it. I found it funny. You know, shout out to the wardrobe for the women. You know, they've gotten better and better each Crown Jewel pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, EO with those baggy pants.
TLC standout.
Yes.
She looked at all them wrestling fans like y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all I'm saying is they actually look natural. You know what I'm talking about? Like not this Saudi Arabia. Y'all can't show shit like that drab shit. No, they actually had an outfit. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's what I appreciated.
But what you think about the actual match before excluding the return towards the end? What you think about like the match itself? I know you already love Bianca, but I'm just saying, like, what did you enjoy it?
I mean, I was in and out of the crib. I ain't gonna jack. I didn't watch a lot of the match, but I don't even know. EO won?
Mm-hmm.
EO won?
Yeah, she returned.
Why? How? Why? How?
Well, we're gonna get to it. Might as well. That's a nice little segue to get into it.
Yes.
Kyrie, the return of the Pirate Princess herself, Kyrie Sane. I was not. I didn't know who that was at first because the fit threw me off a little bit. And the last time I saw her, she had regular hair. So it threw me off. I was like, "Who is this?" When I first saw her, I thought, well, it was Bailey who came out for outside interference. For those who don't know, like because she was coming out to try to help EO win, but she kept getting in the way. She even got caught by EO. But when Kyrie came out, when I was glancing, I thought Dakota came out. I was like, well, why didn't you just come out with Bailey? But then when I kept looking, I was like, oh, that's Kyrie.
Nice. Hey, I love Kyrie. I love Kyrie.
You said Dakota, and I can see why you would have said Dakota based off the hair. But I thought at first, I'm thinking, Zelina, what the heck you doing out here? Because she's about the same height. And like size as Zelina. So I'm thinking Zelina was just like.
And Zelina love her anime shit.
Yeah, because Zelina, that easily could have been her too. And then, like I said, when the camera panned in on her face, I'm like, whoa, hold up. Because, you know, Zelina got them highlights like that too.
And that could have put her in the fucking title picture. But she over there with LWO.
And she already lost, so there's that.
Complacent.
Yeah, she's having fun with her coworkers, so that's all that matters, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm having fun at work.
But Kyrie Sane is back, and I like the little tidbit they told the story at the end. She helped her retain the women's championship. I thought it was going to do a count out.
Oh, that elbow, bro. That elbow.
Insane elbow.
Oh, my God, that elbow.
I honestly thought that they was going to do like a count out win, but I was like, come on, bro. But they let EO pin her in the middle of the ring to retain the women's championship. Now,
like I said, standing on that, I'm glad they're letting them wear like normal outfits. Like, yeah, they got to be covered, but they're normal. Like they showing out. You know what I'm saying? It's still a pageantry. You know what I'm saying?
Go Power Rangers
type shit.
Mm-hmm. But I like the story that they're about to tell though. If you notice, if you remember, because I genuinely forgot, who ran Kyrie up out of here? Bailey and Sasha Banks.
Ooh.
On turn.
Kyrie just helped Io retain the title, but Bailey looked confused. So kudos Triple H for not acting like we're stupid. Even though I forgot, but it's like, okay,
Bye bye Vince. Bye bye Vince. Please, bye bye Vince. Bye bye Vince.
Shout out to the creative director too, who's in charge of like the long-term storytelling.
Oh yeah,
kind of link stuff in. Shout out to him too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
They're not going to make us forget that literally Bailey slammed Kyrie into the grail or the little roll down garage at the Performance Center in 2020. So where does Asuka fit into this?
You know, wildly enough,
they still friends.
They are. Would anybody be opposed to any kind of Japanese stable of any kind? Because I know this guy's on
I would love that.
With Shinsuke's
honestly, it depends
where's Shinsuke?
Think about it now. Shinsuke being on the level he at. A Japanese mafia style. Yeah. With them three.
Look, you stupid.
A triad?
If handled correctly, because WWE does not have a good track record with handling foreign stables, especially Asian stables in general.
Right.
If handled correctly, a mafia style with Shinsuke as the hitman mob boss. Kyrie,
that should be fire.
You remember that all female stable they had in Lucha Underground with Io, Kyrie, and 2 other women. I forgot the name. They literally just came to the tip of my tongue. I wish.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's a triad.
It's a triad.
Is it the lupus? I'm saying.
No, it's
from Lucha Underground. It's like the last season.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I forgot the name of it.
Lucha. Kyrie saying Lucha Underground. I'm googling right now. We live. Might as well.
Might as well.
You feel?
But
she was.
Triad type with
like
Oh my God! With Shinsuke at the head.
But the reason why I say, and I'm not finna act like I don't get mad when people try to rope all black wrestlers together in a faction. So I wouldn't want that to happen to Kyrie either. Like they just say, hey, let's just put them all in the faction.
Y'all Japanese, y'all over here.
Y'all all Japanese, y'all over here. So I wouldn't want that. Like the only way I would accept that is if it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It has to make sense.
I agree, and to further that point, the only reason I would even say it is just because it's just different in general. Because you really don't see a lot of Japanese stables in general when you think about it. And
the Black Lotus, yeah, that would be. And it was, and the funny thing is, it was the Black Lotus triad. So it was still a triad type stable. If they do that here, I can accept it.
Yeah,
but like I said, WWE doesn't really have a positive track record when handling Asian talent.
Oh, I agree. But I mean, as we can see with Triple H in his case, he's making exceptions. We see Xia Li actually getting her push, and people starting to he's starting to book her the way she was in NXT as like a killer type in a sense. So Xia Li is getting a good track record. We now see Kyrie's back, already off to a good start. We see what's happening with Io being the champion. We see Shinsuke, even though he lost twice to Seth, we see that he's at a reemergence. And we're more interested in him now than we ever were in the past, outside of his first initial run. So, if this all comes together in a fold, and like you said, if it makes sense, man, watch out, bro. That we in for some entertaining.
Yeah, that shit would be nasty.
Make it make sense, but also don't be stereotypical either.
Oh yeah. No, Xia, right. I agree. Keep Xia in her own. She's got something with Boa in them. If they
I'm just saying, my thing is just like with them roping black. That's what I'm saying. Make it make sense, but just don't rope everybody together. Like everybody rope every black wrestler that's signed in the WWE into the new Hurt business.
Because they don't do white folks like that.
Are
They
you
don't do
referring
white
to?
folks. They don't do white folks like that. They'll do the black folks. They'll do the Japanese. They'll do whatever. But I mean,
that's my
the
only
white
thing. It's
group.
like if they do put them together into a faction, that's good. Just make it make sense and save
Make
the
it make
stereotypes.
sense.
Leave the stereotypes in the Vince McMahon. Leave that with them.
Yeah. Leave it in the rear view.
Leave it in the rear view. And it's like, okay, that also leaves the question is, what does Dakota Kai think of this? Where does she stand in this? Because she's going to get cleared eventually. And
see, now that would be like a bullet. Like, let them form a faction and let her be the bullet to break that shit up. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all. I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying?
Because Damage Control, in my opinion, it served its purpose. It brought Io and Dakota to the main roster.
We were all there. We were all there when it formed.
And we was all there when Io won the title.
Yes.
So that was a full circle moment for me. So
yes.
I'm like,
yes,
I was there,
we were all there.
I was there when she debuted. We was there when she debuted on the main roster, and we was there when she won the world title. So it's like,
love it.
It's like, let's move forward. Like, keep Io dominant at the top. Have her form I guess you can say a newer, more solid stable, right up under her with Kyrie.
Ooh,
maybe
that would be fire. Like, she did her own shit. Like, okay, we gonna do our shit. Yeah. you're right.
Do basically you have her as the boss, but then you have them doing their own thing. Kind of like with the Bloodline. Roman was doing his own shit, but you still had subsections of it, like Solo Sikoa doing his thing. You had this person doing his thing. So it's kind of like, all right, that makes sense. Let's keep the ball rolling. And speaking of keeping the ball rolling, we might as well go ahead but that's our thoughts about it. So let us know what you guys think about that. Like, what do you see them doing with Kyrie and Dakota and all that? Let's make it make sense. What's up, EV? We see you over on Twitch. Appreciate you for kicking it with us on the post show. What's up? Let us know what you think about it. Like, do you see them keeping Damage Control together, or do you see Io leading a whole new faction on the main roster with her at the top and everybody else falling in line? And where does Dakota Kai fit into this situation?
I think that would be fire. I think that would be fire if she just snatched literally snatched Damage Control from Bailey and like. On some Judgment Day shit, but you know what I'm saying? If she snatched it from her and everybody was with her, I think that would be fire.
I feel bad for all the Bailey super stands because your girl getting embarrassed out here. left and right. So there's that. Speaking of and not embarrassing, but a slight move forward, and that is Logan Paul challenging Rey Mysterio for the WWE United States Championship. What was you guys' thoughts on this match?
Go ahead, Ray. Tell them what you think.
Yeah, let's start with you.
I go first? I love it. I was ready for this. And I thought this was gonna happen. Especially when he shouted it out on a boxing match. Oh yeah. They gonna make that shit happen. They gonna make that shit shake. That's too much promotion. That's just money. That's money on the table. And Ray is old as fuck. Like, sit your old ass murdering ass down, Rio de Janeiro. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
No, you good. Highlight what you think about this match.
Exactly the way I predicted. Not in terms of the outcome, in terms of like how he did it, but just the fact of Logan winning. And to my peoples that I mentioned having an explanation video on why I think, I did not get to post that up in time, so I will explain further down the road of why this is a great move for Mr. Logan Paul. But as far as the match itself, man, I think it was what it was. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ray can still go. I know this wasn't, I think him and Ricochet put on better bangers together. if this were a Rey from maybe like 10 years ago, there's no telling what this might have looked like in terms of match point, but I think it was solid for what it was.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This was the beginning of the end for me getting into matches on this show. I was struggling to get into it. Like, it was fine. Like, it wasn't a bad match. Like, it was a solid match, but it's just like something was missing. I don't know what it was. I'm like, I'm like, okay, maybe they're just taking their time, but then it's like as it picked up, I was like, not feeling it. And you can't win them all. Like, you can't enjoy all matches. Like, that's the thing about wrestling. You can't enjoy all the matches, but it's just like Logan. Every time I see him wrestle, I never. It's like I'm always blown away. I'm never not shocked with him being so good at what he does right now.
He show up.
So that's what I'm like. Like, he even like they said, he practically saved Rey from spiking his neck on a because he was about to do a moonsault, but then like I think he got short, so Logan rushed to get him, and then like if he wasn't that quick, Rey would have literally spiked his neck.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the match itself was fine. Like Dwayne said, with the pacing, the pacing was fine. It's just me personally, I just couldn't get into it. Like, the crowd even wasn't into it until the outside interferences was happening.
Yeah. But at the same time, like I said, I knew what it was. Like, he needed to get the United States title.
Now, Gresh, I would say explain your situation of what you mentioned on IG, given how someone tried to Heisman that side interference out there, as we saw from an LWO member.
Yeah. Like, so they had an outside interference spot, because what match doesn't have outside interference? Like, it's literally 3 matches back to back with outside interference.
Right.
It is what it is. But Logan tried to get cheap with the brass knuckles with one of the gentlemen from his podcast. I don't watch Impulsive, so I don't know who these people are.
Right.
But there was outside interference. Rey knocked the brass knuckles out the ring, and when the guy tried to run and get it to it, Santos Escobar jumped over the barricade and stepped right on the brass knuckles, and he picked him up, and he was like, "Yo, what you doing? What you doing?" But then for some reason, instead of tossing them to the side, he tossed it into the ring, and I'm like, "Bro, what you doing?"
You're an enabler. You're an enabler. You're an enabler.
Like, what you doing, bro? What are we doing here? Because as soon as that happened, one lucky punch, because I guess that's what they're calling Logan's finish now.
That's one lucky punch.
Even though it's not lucky anymore, because we see it.
At this point, they're gonna have to start incorporating that into the video game with his finisher. Like, you can't just do the punch; you gotta have the brass knuckles.
Yeah, you gotta equip. You gotta equip before you do it.
He said he ain't even tossed them. That man placed them, and he's like, I was mad as hell. I get it. That's what I'm just sitting there confused. I'm like, bro, what you just defeated the whole purpose of the. Okay, but one lucky punch, even though we know is coming, and Logan Paul is your new United States champion. And it's like I said, the match itself was fine. Like, if you watch the match back, maybe you'll be into it more than I am. But in my case, I'm like,
hey,
cool.
He held up that prime.
It could have been better,
He held up the chip, and he held up the prime. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to know.
The belt look good with him, man. It looks good with him. You know,
like that's what
it does. It definitely does.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
that U.S. title, it don't fit everybody that wears it. Like, for Rey, I don't know. I was like, Rey, that don't really fit you too well, my guy. You know,
you're being racist because he's Mexican.
Like it fits Bobby.
It fits Bobby, right?
Oh, Bobby wore that. Wore that.
It fits him. It fit Seth Rollins for the most part.
For the moment, yeah, it did.
On the thing.
I don't give a shit about Theory. So
Theory, yeah. Theory tried to make it fit. He tried.
All right.
So
no, those are on the back.
So yeah, it fit for the most part. So Yeah. But
I love the new Street Profits with that sky high neck breaker.
it was a revelation.
I was there. I was loving that shit.
Yeah, that's what they call it, the revelation.
Revelation.
That shit is money. Like that, the sky high neck breaker. What? That shit
Oh
is
yeah,
money.
that's indeed money. Next up we got it was, I guess it was a break segment with
Filler.
Miz TV.
Oh yeah, this I seen this. Oh my god,
This shit was
what is
hilarious. I ain't
this?
gonna lie to you. It was a nice little. It was lighthearted. Like I didn't really think too much about it. I just rolled the blunt while it was going down, and I was just chucking. I was
Yeah,
chuckling,
I
and
was
like,
definitely taking shots when this shit was going on.
so that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah, I was.
yeah, it was what it was. Like it wasn't too much of a.
But
Yeah, man. What you thought about it, Dwayne?
who was this guy? Who is this guy?
He's a movie
He's
star in Saudi Arabia. Like
Okay,
he's basically a movie star / comedian. So he's basically there, like your Kevin Hart and Dave
okay,
Chappelle.
okay.
He's basically there. That person that's a
Definitely.
comedian.
You're definitely geeking him up though. Like
No, I'm
he's
saying like
definitely
I'm not geeking him up. They're geeking him up because they popped massively for him. So it's
Yeah,
like I've never heard of him.
Arabian Dave Chappelle, bro. What?
No, I'm saying like
well,
that's who
for
like
them.
you know how they are to us here in
Yeah,
Yeah,
America.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
who
yeah,
he is to
yeah.
them. The way
To
that
them,
they pop.
okay. I got you.
I mean,
But
I
you
could
know
be
what I'm
wrong.
saying?
I mean, I could be wrong. So it's like all they got to do is tell me.
He's not could be.
So I mean, like that just proves to me all my favorite. Like he did a people's elbow. So that's what. But it popped them. So
That's true. I mean, that don't get talked about enough. People.
long as the crowd is happy, I don't really care. Like I'm not out here like, oh,
Yeah,
why is this on the show? But the
yeah.
crowd's making like the big ass noises. I'm like, it was
Facts.
lighthearted. Like that's all I can say about it. But what you
Facts.
talking about it? What was you about to say?
Well, I was gonna say the thought before this thought was going to my man's with that comment. I was just gonna say that proves a lot about The Rock and the fact that his finisher out of anybody's is the one that people do the most celebrity wise. If
Mm-hmm.
you notice, almost every celebrity attempts to do the people's elbow in their own weird, strange way.
No,
They're not always the
it looks awful.
Remember
but if
Snoop?
you notice, people really do try to do that people's elbow almost every time.
Remember
More than
Snoop?
any other
That
finisher.
Mania?
Remember Snoop's frog splash? Snoop is just awkward, long body in general.
Yeah, that's a second
Like
finisher for sure.
Snoop can't do anything with his slender ass,
But look, he tried to people's elbow
slender
too.
man
That didn't
ass.
look too right either. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Yes,
exactly. Snoop did that. You know what I'm saying? That was the coolest people's elbow I ever saw. That's for sure. But
That was the highest people elbow I ever saw.
with his slender ass. What the fuck?
yeah, man. But as far as this little filler segment, man, like you, Gresh, I didn't think too much of it. I thought it was pretty lighthearted for what it was. It was good for the Saudi Arabian peoples. You know what I'm saying? So salutes to y'all out there, especially the ones tuned in with us for y'all listening or probably heading back home and listening on the audio if you're able to. I don't know. But all that said, I really was more so here for the crossover between Miz TV and the Grayson Waller effect because
That was
these two have
money.
been kept away from each other pretty much since Grayson Waller's been on the main roster. And the fact that just little shots like, really, guys, I've been here for 20 years, and this guy's been here for all of 5 minutes. And he's like, you're right. But you know what? It ain't 2005 no more, my guy. I mean, like these type of shots, I'm like, give me more of that. Because these two, yeah, it's like the LA Knight Miz effect. I wouldn't mind seeing those two in a feud
Yeah.
real quick. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, with the Miz, all but confirmed pretty much babyface turn unexpectedly, which we kind of hinted at, me and Gresh on Raw. So it looks like Miz is a babyface, y'all. So I guess Triple H is like, yeah, we're going to make you a babyface, Miz. You a vet. We don't really need you as a solid heel these days. So we'll just make you a babyface.
Yep. And he's just going to be there to get squashed by Gunther.
Yep.
Gunther will pull him through a great match, but like that brother's just going to be there to get squashed.
Hey,
I don't know.
Can I unveil this to y'all? Like
What's that?
the Jimmy finger band. I got it in a fucking. This is what
Jimmy Uso's
I
finger
do at
band?
work. If y'all watch SmackDown from the 27th, you see this shit get thrown in the crowd. That's that. That's that. That's us. That's us. That's Jimmy's finger band. And you see my girl go down. Pause. And then she come back up. And she got it. She got it. I was like, hey, get that shit. She threw it to us. But this is Jimmy's finger band right here.
I'm not mad at
27th of SmackDown. Right here.
This is what we do, baby. This is what we do.
That's what we do, baby. That's what we do.
It's unleashed for a reason, baby. It's unleashed for a reason.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And speaking of unleashed, they unleashed the enforcer Solo Sikoa onto John Cena.
What?
During this match. And what I mean by unleashed, that man thumbed the hell out of that boy. Pause.
Boy.
Thumb the hell out. Whoa. Thumb the hell out of him. What? Pause.
That's why I said pause. Pause.
Pause.
You know,
he thumbed the shit out of him.
I feel like that's something they're going to have Solo do more often when the time calls, depending on the opponent. You know what I mean? Like we just talked about Cody and how Priest didn't need what he got with four if you total up the first one of Crossroads. But here we go with a guy like John Cena. Homie never gives up, right? He's relentless.
Never give up, never stop,
What
never
better way
quit.
to take him out? God dang it, do your finisher repeatedly in multiple different ways to just take
And
him
the story
out.
was pretty simple. Like Paul on SmackDown 2 weeks ago was like, John Cena, you can talk, you can hype the crowd up, but what happens if Roman Reigns
We take that shit away from you,
and we take your voice away from you?
Yes, that was fire. That was a fire
the
promo.
whole point of this match. Like a lot of people was like, "Oh, Solo Sikoa has no aura. Why was this match happening?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, just tell me you don't pay attention. They literally told you clear as day.
But what was crazy was we was there, and then they did a double SmackDown. So we was there, and then even Bianca came out holding her ribs. You know what I'm saying? John Cena came out. His throat was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like
he still cooked Solo on the mic. I ain't even gonna.
When he? John Cena don't cook. John Cena gonna cook everybody on the mic.
I'm preaching to the choir at this point, but I'm just saying.
I mean, because
John Cena gonna cook everybody on the mic.
Yeah, we know what Solo about. He about that action more than talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what is welcome to my house. With his cleaning ass.
No, in fact, like, I mean, if it was somebody like LA Knight or somebody that got mic skills, and like is known, that's part of their strongest points. Like, whenever on a mic battle with Cena, that's when you want to be like, okay,
yeah,
that's your specialty. You should be able to cook this man, and if you didn't, then you
got problems.
You got bopped. Yeah,
you got problems. You got problems.
You gonna have to ask for your rematch verbally, brother. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, exactly. Hey, hey, definitely. You standing on that.
But the match itself was legitimately pretty much a typical Cena match from the beginning, and then it turned into a slaughterfest. Like they do. When I mean by that, brother, spiked the hell out of this match. I think I originally counted 8, but I think someone officially counted it. It was 11 Samoan spikes.
Damn.
That boy went at it. And
yeah.
Call that man.
Call that man
still got me hurt too, bro. I was waiting for somebody to try to bring that up with this towel, dog. I was like, oh man, no, they didn't bring up my boy. And I know Taz is somewhere. I know somebody that showed this man like, yo,
when John Cena said you just a low budget Taz, Taz was looking.
He
Boy,
probably like,
I just want to know how Chaz's reaction was to that one, boy. I know he cracked up. He had to crack up. Well, I'm not making the Hall of Fame.
Right?
I'm about to say, I think they always crack up. Like, that's the thing. The only people who take wrestling 100% serious to where they think everybody's legitimately beefing is wrestling fans on Twitter. I swear.
Hey, what y'all think about AEW Rick? Helicopter Rick. Helicopter Rick. What's good, y'all?
What's good, man?
But yep, obviously Solo Sikoa soundly defeated this man for the with repeated Samoan spikes.
Mm.
Like what? Like honestly, genuinely, like what do you see? What do you see in Solo Sikoa that a lot of people don't see? Let's start with you, Rick. Like, what do you like or don't like about Solo Sikoa? Because I'm seeing a lot of mixed reviews about this version compared.
I mean,
to
if he's gonna do the Umaga vibe, like let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he can run with it, and I see him running with it, that's what's up.
Now, Dwayne, what's your thoughts?
I like it the way it is, man. I get the mixed reaction because I understand, I did like you, Gresh, and anyone else who saw the NXT version. Yeah, we know he can go toe for toe, and I think he'll still get that as he elevates to like a main event picture. But given what Heyman said, we talk about Heyman seed throwing. You literally heard that man say, in line to be the next tribal chief. It's inevitably about to happen at some point. And when it does, you may just get that version that you wait to see. But hey, I like this ruthless killer, as Rick put it, the inner Umaga vibes with a twist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I wanted to get y'all's thoughts because I've been seeing that a lot. Like some people like, oh, he has no aura or this, that, there, and I'm like, am I missing something? Because I feel
he got vibe. He got vibe.
We got you, dog. You ain't missing nothing. They just ain't paying attention.
Okay, because I'm like saying, am I missing? Like, hold on, because it's like at this point, are y'all really paying attention, or are y'all just talking just to talk?
Come on now. Now,
I mean, he does have the Oodle Noodle hairline. You know what I'm saying? The Oodle Noodle hairline. You know what I'm talking about?
See, here's my little slight issue though. If we're gonna bring this up though, because I meant to bring this up. Let's just fast. We're gonna rewind a little bit here, but it's unfitting with Solo here. But hear me out. Jimmy and Jay. Both of these individuals were side characters on today. Straight cameo appearances more than anything. Mm-hmm. Not a single feature, not a single match, just straight up cameos. We all know that if they were still a tag team right now, that would not have been the case. And since being split up, what's the real deal here? One's a side character to Cody, the other's a side character to Roman. Please help me explain this. I know we're trying to get to the inevitable feud between these two. But right now,
and we're gonna dive a little bit more into that on Tuesday's episode of the Gresh Unleashed podcast that you guys should check out 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time following NXT. But it's like I'm getting that vibe too. It's like, why are these guys like our side characters right now? Like,
yes.
Even Solo, let's be real, he's still technically a side character to Roman.
Yeah. One can say that. It just, the only thing about his situation, and like you said, I know we'll go deeper into it, but the only thing I would say, at least with Solo, is at least he got featured in a main, like a main with a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like he went over. Look at how
like that, bro. You know he could quit tomorrow, and he has a legendary match.
Yeah. Like we saw, we saw with Cena, like. He just put over Solo in a way that you don't see Cena go down as often, like in that kind of fashion, right? Where they're gonna ride that and say, "This man, like."
Well, the last time he did that was Brock.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Brock, and for that reason, look who we talking about, Brock. So that's a heck of an elevation for somebody like Solo. You feel me? Like, bro, you just dominated what many look at as a Superman level character. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so you took down Superman. Granted, a Superman well past his prime, but still, in
Not,
name factor.
not accepting the fact that he needs to go bald, but
Exactly.
Oh yeah, he needs that. He needs that.
But you see what I mean? You took down Superman in your own way. Meanwhile, let's go to your big brother, as in Jimmy, literally upon Cena's arrival, who comes out freshly with new music, freshly with a new look, comes out, and in the first matter, this man is F5. He is literally attitude adjusted, like he was just nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much a goofball.
Can we talk about?
Me too. He's funny, but that's all he's good for.
Can we talk about Jimmy's theme music? It looked like China 8-bit. Like it's like an 8-bit China video game. Or for a vampire.
I can see the Transylvania vibes he talking about.
Yeah, it's Castlevania. That's what it is. Hey, that's what it is. It's Castlevania.
Well, hey, it's like me and Gresh brought up, man. It's basically just a copycat portion of Roman's theme, and that's kind of why I'm a little disappointed because I'm thinking like this is the underboss thinking he's the boss.
You gotta come swaggy. Like what?
But that's the character though. He's the underboss who thinks he's the boss, but he's not the boss because it's like
true indeed.
You caught that bit 2 weeks ago when he was like, "I'm on the injury reserve list," and Rome was like, "You what? I'm off the injury reserve list. I can do something."
And he was like, "Yeah."
So he did like a full 180 with That's literally what he is.
Like I'm gonna run the play. I got you.
I got you. Like I got you. And then the play is just fucked up. Like
exactly. My boy literally just hit the random button on Madden. And it was just like,
right.
Never mind. It was a fail.
It was my fault. But
hey,
yeah, man.
I tried.
We'll definitely dive into like where they're going with this Jimmy versus Jey Uso. Like I was thinking about that when I was on a show yesterday, and I'm like, where are they going with this? Like that'd be a good discussing topic for us to talk about on Tuesday's show. And speaking of topic, the Women's World Championship was on the line. Fatal 5-way. Rhea Ripley defended the title against Shayna Baszler. Zoey Stark, Nia Jax, my uncle's favorite, and Raquel Rodriquez. I'm about to say Gonzalez because I'm used but then that's a
right because that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's start with you, Rick. Did you even peep this match?
I did not peep this match. It was on. I was moving around in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I didn't peep it, but I heard about
Rhea Ripley she got a special entrance.
Yeah, I didn't see the special entrance, but I'm talking about damn, what's her name? Damn.
Rhea.
Shayna had everybody sold up.
Oh yeah, she was cooking. It was NXT Shayna right
there. Yeah, that it was at some NXT shit. So I was like, oh, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I was heated that I didn't watch it.
I'm ready for us to get to the point where we can stop saying NXT Shayna and they actually let that woman cook.
Exactly, and be Shayna. That's why I couldn't even think of her. You know what I'm saying?
No, legit. Man.
Highlight what you think about this match.
Well, I was a fan and proponent of this because it's I want to speak to my people out there that's being discriminate a little bit here. Anytime the big beefy guys go at it, we want to say big meaty men.
Big meaty men. That's cool. But you
got big meaty women in here too. God dang it, go at it. 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? Going head to toe, all styles you like, physical, technical. Powerhouse. Getting you all of that right now. You know what I'm saying? And so, for what it was, props to Rhea doing her inner Roman Reigns here with a whole stack. Well, kind of a stack in a sense. To do a riptide on top of another person and pin one. She missed opportunity slightly on Rhea's part. This look was not for me tonight. I'm not feeling Rhea's look tonight. But, for what it was, pretty solid. I thought it could have went a little harder than it did, but I like the fact that everybody was doing the best they could with what they had. So in terms of Shayna, you could argue and say Shayna. Shout out to Ash, co-hostess from Life's a Botch. She tweeted and said that she felt Starks was actually she felt like she was the MVP of the match. You know what I'm saying? So she felt like Zoey was the MVP. Many, based off what you guys are telling me, I guess you could argue and say it was Shayna for sure. But hey, man,
Shayna was an MVP for like restoring the feeling for her because she was always. Let's be real. They always put the spotlight on Ronda.
Facts.
So, but let's be real. Shayna was the better of the two, but Ronda had the star power.
Yeah.
So obviously they weren't going to really try to treat them the same. But Shayna restored the feeling. Zoey was the MVP because she showed up and showed out. I can give her that. She got to the point where she even knocked out a cameraman during one of her spots. So I will give props to Zoey. I know we always joke about whatever, like we was like, you sure she's this age or whatever, but when that bell rings, I can tell you this right now. She is proven to be one of the best underappreciated call-ups from NXT.
For sure. How old are they saying Zoey is?
No, they assume they like she looks like fit. She looks 50 or something.
Man.
I be reading Twitter, so that's what I'm like.
Hey.
I read it.
I look 52. I look 52.
Bro, listen.
Exactly.
Age ain't nothing but a number anyway. We see LA Knight and all these.
Well, let's say age ain't nothing but a number when you're a legal age.
Okay, fair fact.
Because there's a bunch of weirdos out there on Twitter. Like I know one dude just got exposed for one wrestling fan just got exposed for sliding into the DM of a 15-year-old and he's 22. So we're not about to say age ain't nothing but a number unless you're legal age.
Okay, I'm more so
it's almost like it's applied for us, but like it's a lot of weird motherfuckers.
You see what I mean, though? It's like
I get what you mean, my guy. You know,
it's a lot of weird motherfuckers.
But a number, but let's just keep it like
for sure.
Let's keep it as like age ain't nothing but a number. 21 and up.
Yeah,
I'm more so in the ring.
In ring, especially Dustin Rhodes and all that stuff. Yeah.
I'm more so meant what you do in the ring, because like you said, we talked about that on the episode last week. What is prime in the wrestling world these days? You know what I'm saying? You can be 60 and still put on a match like 20.
Because I hear that. I've been hearing that a lot all week. Like,
but the number. So I'm like, y'all like that Sting shit? Y'all like that Sting shit? that AEW gay ass Sting shit.
Richard Flair getting signed.
Yeah, like Helicopter Rick.
Ooh.
Keep him from every woman on that roster. I am not kidding.
Yeah, he is.
I posted already.
You're gonna hear some stuff. That's for sure.
I posted already.
Keep that man from every woman on that roster. Every woman that is under the age of 60, keep him away.
They getting dick.
Watch out, Rio.
They getting dick. You can't even lie. They getting dick.
I don't care what they're doing. Just keep him away from them.
No. I'm saying they don't got to do nothing. They getting dick.
No.
they're innocent bystanders. They're getting dick.
No. They better not.
They is
no more plane ride from hell incidents, please.
No.
They getting dick.
We getting off track. We getting off track. But yeah, obviously Rhea Ripley retained the women's world championship. Like who expected any other outcome? Like,
I love mommy.
Yeah. It's the Roman Reigns effect right now for her.
Now I know you didn't peep the entrance, Rick, but what was this special entrance? I genuinely want to be educated on what was the significance of this entrance. Like they had a lot of local gentlemen walking out, and they pretty much, as you can see on screen if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, etc. They walked out slowly with green lighting, the whole aesthetics, and I'm like, and it got to the point where I was looking at my watch like, okay, when are we moving on from this? But because it got too long. But I'm like, I'm guessing, but I guess I can look on the plus side, a woman getting a special entrance in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a plus, and it's Rhea Ripley. So
Yeah, it's Rhea.
And
It's
the crowd
Rhea.
was behind it too. You know what I
and
mean?
I said this on Twitter.
Thick ass.
I said this on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it.
X.
She has a presence about her where you just can't stop looking at the TV, and it's not being horny or whatever, but it's just like a genuine, like you just look at her, you be like,
She's a vibe. She's a vibe. She's a
like
vibe.
the whole like I know Dwayne wasn't a fan of her appearance, like with the face paint and all this stuff, but when her doing her entrance, I'm like, yeah, she's legitimately the star of this show, of the entire division. That's a problem, but it's not a good thing. It's a problem because it's like we're looking at everybody else as a lesser than. Where if you look at the SmackDown Women's Division, you have your Biancas, your Charlottes, your Eos, your
Yeah.
Oscars, your Baileys when she's not basically being jobbed out to people, and now you have your Kyrie. So it's like SmackDown has more of my interest than Raw because Rhea be minding everybody's business but her own. But then when you look at her business, she ain't got that much to mind.
She ain't drop shit. She ain't drop shit.
She ain't got too much to mind. So
I mean, we can credit Nia in terms of her appearance too. I mean, she's despite how some may feel about her in ring side of things.
and the thing is,
from a look standpoint,
I'm thinking most of these people don't even have a beef with her in ring. I think they have a more of a beef for her basically injuring people and not really owning up to it. But who knows what she does behind the camera? So you can't really assume that she don't own up.
She's supposed to be a sweetheart behind the camera, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And I just meant more so with like from an aura standpoint, she definitely, because as you said, your uncle's favorite. I know some people that be saying like, man, she boy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just be looking at her in like that same kind of light where it's like if everything else is just lined up with the looks, she'd be a close one. But I feel you though, because Raw's women's division has definitely got to step it up some more.
It's more so, and it's more so about they got to find the characters to match Rhea, or at least try to match Rhea, because you have Rhea, Nia, and then everybody else.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's kind of a problem.
It is kind of a problem. Yeah.
So it's like
Raw has the professional wrestlers, but they're not, characters. So it's like we know they can go, but what do we care for? So it's like, but man, yeah.
And then speaking of caring, the match that started off the show for the World's Heavyweight Championship, Drew McIntyre versus challenging Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. We're gonna start off with you, Rick. Did you catch this match?
I was catching it a little bits and pieces. But it seemed like it was a banger.
Oh, okay. Dwayne, what's your thoughts on this match?
It was definitely the show stealer in my opinion. Out of all of these, it set the tone for the show.
Oh,
I mean, shoot, man, the false finishes, slow pace at first. It did exactly what a good match usually does. Start off slow, moderately work its way up, and then when you get closer towards the finish, everything was just solid. It was like, man, because it was a split second, I really thought like, okay, Drew might mess around and win this thing. Props to Seth, man, because shoot, let's see, Shinsuke, Finn, now Drew. That's 3 opponents that he darn near almost made you think he was about to lose to, and then all of a sudden,
that's fire.
He got it.
That's fire.
Yeah, he's elevating that title for sure. It's something about this World Heavyweight Championship that still needs something. Well, I don't know what it is.
It's a mid card title. It's a glorified mid card title because that's part of what it is. It's like everybody knows it's not really an important title.
But at the same time, are y'all gonna be in Chicago?
Probably not.
Come on, man. Bring your ass to Chicago.
Taco?
Dollar bill. Pay no country boy nothing. I don't give no country boy nothing. Nothing. Y'all gotta bring your ass.
I'm gonna start using that, baby. Shitako.
Taco.
Shitako. That was my son shit. Shitako.
Hey, make that a hashtag, y'all. Shitako. Let's go.
Shitako.
Hey, who said you couldn't get new turns on the Gresh Unleashed pod, baby?
Man, Shitako. Honestly, yeah, the match, I actually enjoyed the match. Like it was your typical like Seth Rollins match that you've come accustomed to. Like I never understood the hate that like I see hate, but at the same time I try not to pay no attention, but I still don't get it because it's like and this always happens when Seth is a babyface. Like they always
but why is Seth getting hate?
But then it's like no, what cracks me up about that is like, but then when he turns heel, you still hate him. So it's like there's no pleasing y'all. So shut the fuck up. But the match itself, I enjoyed it. Like you said, I'm in that camp where it's like they always make me believe like maybe Seth might lose it. Like because I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought Seth was going to lose, like with the promo packaging. That's more of a testament to WWE's promo packaging because they know how to. They can sell you on. They can tell you. They can make Akira Tozawa versus R-Truth sound like a WrestleMania caliber main event.
It would be.
But I'm just saying that's how it feels. Like they literally make you believe like maybe Drew might win here.
That's the point. That's the point.
But obviously, Seth Rollins retained the title. Like I said, I enjoyed the match. I can tell you the one match that the two matches you can check out is Bianca Io and this one. If you haven't checked out any matches from them, because those two were pretty good. All the other matches were just your typical matches, but this one was dope. And even I almost bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost bit on one Claymore where I was like, oh, he's gonna win, but he didn't. And then obviously after the match, Damian Priest ran out and practically teased cashing in the Money in the Bank. And Sami Zayn said, "Gotcha, bitch." So Sami Zayn stole the briefcase. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a story.
It's going to be a thing.
Yeah, so Sami stole the briefcase, so there was no money in the bank cash in, and Seth Rollins walked out. Bad back and all. Still your world heavyweight champion. That was the match. And I'm guessing you did either of you peep the kickoff match?
Yes. And the kickoff match pretty much is what we expected, old Funko Pop McDonough, show what he can do,
Stanley SquarePants from SpongeBob.
Legit. I told people, shout out to Ash, man. I told her, I said in a sense, I didn't get to mention this on Gresh Unleashed, but if you think about this match from a story standpoint, this was basically Sami Zayn facing him, his past self, in a sense.
Because he was
I was once like you. I was a lackey for a stable, trying to fit in. Look at me now. You know what I mean? And
big ass head.
Yeah. In a sense. And of course, shout out to Sammy, representing the culture as always.
Big ass head, boy. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Cool. You're fool with it.
But Sammy won with the blue thunder bomb instead of the haluva kick. I like that. Like I like I don't know why. I was like, I like the haluva kick, but it's like that blue thunder bomb. It's like
that thunder bomb is money.
Yeah, I always thought that should have been his finish more so than. But I get the haluva kick. I think it just works better with like bigger.
With the quick reaction.
Right, yeah. Right. Like if it's a Roman or Brock or somebody like bigger than him, that doing that definitely is a better move. But I think like if it's someone his size or maybe someone slightly bigger that he can still lift up.
I mean, he lift up Roman. He did it on Roman.
He did, yeah. He did it on Roman.
Now if it's Brock, then yeah.
Yeah, Brock gonna eat that and then flex his ass out the ring.
But see, even with a Roman though, like even with being able to do it on someone like them, because of how big they are, they're still gonna kick out of it. Like them kicking out is believable.
Someone put, I'm gonna talk about it because we was talking about Nia. Why is Nia Jax allowed to wrestle? She is the absolute worst because she actually brings eyes to the product. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Sure.
Like if you are watching just on behalf of yourself or watching it through the eyes of Twitter, then you don't really you don't really get why they brought her back. But it's just like I don't hate it. Like I'm not out here like calling for canceled or anything, but it's like stuff like that. It's like, that's why she's wrestling. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, the kickoff match, I enjoyed it. It was a nice little way, but the pre-show panel, they need to do something with that. I'm sorry, that shit is trash.
Yeah, the first take style kind of thing. I mean, I get it. The college game day, and all these little kickoffs that other sports do. I get that they try to get you hyped like that, but now you're right. It's something's missing there. Personality, exclusives, breaking news, something. I don't know. Something to make
and the people they be talking about, I'm like, oh, it's basically a glorified preview and predictions, kind of like what we do here on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really like, it's like that's why I was telling like people's like, do people even watch the kickoff? I'm like, nah, I just tune in. Like if it's a kickoff match, I tune in 30 minutes before. If it's not a kickoff match, I just literally tune in like 5 minutes before to kind of make sure I'm ready to go. But Rick having technical difficulties, but it's cool because that is pretty much our review for the WWE Crown Jewel. Oh, before I forget, I'm literally forgetting. Let's rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think they're going with Drew McIntyre? Like, what do you think was next? What do you think is next for Drew McIntyre after losing? Because Rhea basically hit him with the "I told your ass."
She did, and for sure we're getting a heel Drew. I don't quite think it's a Judgment Day kind of Drew for sure, because that would just be weird. I don't even see him fitting with that. It's just gonna be, he's gonna really be thinking about this on that whole long flight back to the States, and when they end up doing what they do, for Raw, you're gonna see him flip out on somebody, and whether it's actually Seth or whether it's just some other poor soul that he decides to take it out on. We're gonna get a heel Drew for sure.
I wouldn't be against. Like, are you interested in say they do choose Seth Rollins?
Mm-hmm.
Are you interested in that? Like a rematch between the two based on this match?
Honestly, no, just because I hate that everybody seems to get these rematches because we know it's like filler just to get to the person that's about to take the title from Seth, because it seems like Seth's obviously going to hold this title until Mania, it looks like. Right. So, again, we could be wrong. He could lose it between now and Mania, but at this point, given that Survivor Series is almost just about next up, and Royal Rumble, it's usually rare to see title changes at Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess his opponent, whoever his opponent is for WrestleMania season, would be the person taking that title from him. And so Drew, unless he just, I don't know, I can't even say win the Royal Rumble because that just ain't happening again.
That's just a repeat of 2020. Yeah. I mean, they could go that route, but
I just don't see it. Yeah, like I don't see that. So it's kind of one of those things where maybe an elimination chamber, I guess, if he wants to challenge that way and try to get his moment at WrestleMania winning that title. That wouldn't even be the same because, as you said, World Heavyweight Championship seems like a glorified mid-card title. So I don't know, man. It's tough to call, but I guess if he turns heel and he does a rematch, that's not really going to do him any favors to lose. And you know what I mean? So it's hard to call this one, brother. I'm not even going to lie to you, but either way,
we both see that heel turn. We both see that heel turn.
It.
And like, that's pretty much what they're leading to. Like, hopefully it's the Scottish Terminator heel. turned up.
Okay.
Kind of like, because I kind of liked him when he was like turning heel. When he returned on the main roster and was a heel with Dolph Ziggler. I kind of liked that a little bit, where he was just destroying people.
Yeah.
Let him do that times 10, and then let's see what they do with it. Like, will they put the world title on him? Maybe. Does he leave WWE if he hasn't renewed? Maybe. That's pretty much for us to find out as time goes on. But that concludes your WWE Crown Jewel post-show, I guess you could say, review. Hopefully you guys enjoy Playboy Rick. He was a hoot on here. Hopefully everything's going on. Like, that's pretty much what we're going to do with all these post shows that we could do going forward, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, because we're more likely going to start reviewing TNA on this show. I kind of want to wait until they officially become TNA to start reviewing, because it's kind of like, I feel like they're at that transition period until we get to Hard to Kill. So I feel like when we first officially start reviewing TNA, it will be TNA Hard to Kill. But we'll get there. We'll cross that road when we get there. Also, thoughts on he brought up Shitako. So I'm guessing it's official. War Games is back. We'll definitely go into depth on talking about War Games during the podcast, your typical podcast on Tuesday, the Gresh Unleashed podcast. New time, new start. New time, new start time. 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday. Live wherever you listen to your podcast, or you can get the audio version the very next day, that first morning. Gresh Unleashed podcast every Tuesday. We're definitely gonna be talking about this Survivor Series War Games. We're gonna be talking about that. We're also gonna be talking about Jimmy and Jey Uso, their feud, where they're going with that. Jimmy Uso calls Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes the undisputed tag team titles. We'll talk about that on Tuesday as well, among other things. This week in wrestling news, whatever breaking news happens, we'll definitely talk about it. We're gonna try to bring our own different spin to this podcasting game. Like, last season was the year of retro reviews. That isn't going anywhere, but it is indeed going to be taking a different approach once the Gresh on YouTube starts back. I didn't really get to the information. If you haven't done so already, make sure you catch the season premiere of this show, where we about died wearing onesies for Halloween, but it was a fun time. We caught up, we laughed, we talked about this week in wrestling. We introduced new segments like the either or, both of them. That was fun. We definitely gonna bring that back. Song of the week. Make sure you guys, wherever you follow us on social media, I already posted our songs of the week that we picked. We're obviously going to pick a new one on Tuesday. Make sure you guys cop that as well. This season is going to be a blast as we wrap up the year 2023. And speaking of wrapping up, might as well go ahead and announce it. But the third annual End of the Year Awards will be taking place next month. For those who aren't aware or are new around here, the End of the Year Awards is a cross podcasting show where we basically treat it like the Slammy Awards, where we create categories and award the winners kicking off first on the Gresh Unleashed podcast, and it concludes over on the Life's a Botch podcast. Since last year was well received, the listener's choice categories will be returning this year as well, where we will list poll options over on www.gressunleashed.com, and you, the listener, get your voice heard. It's all over. It's like it's an overall fun experience over here. And even though we were away with the show being on a 6-month hiatus, I still watch the show, so we're all caught up. But before we get up out of here, where can they follow you guys, you and Rick, the Life's a Botch podcast, the Life's a Botch crew, whether it's on social media, wherever?
Yeah, man. All things Life's a Botch podcast, man. Appreciate all of you guys for your love and support, whether it's here on the Gresh Unleashed pod or the Life's a Botch podcast. So follow everything Life's a Botch at Life's a Botch podcast on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff, man. And we greatly appreciate y'all love and support. Let us know that you're following too, man, so we can shout you out as well. And of course, for the platform that elevates Life's a Botch to where it's at, shout out to OTS Media Co. Make sure you follow that as well if you like all things sports, music, and all kinds of other podcasting formats from film and TV. Follow all things OTS Media Co. All right. And yeah, man, appreciate the love, y'all.
Oh yeah, always. And make sure you guys, as always, make sure you check us out, solo.to/Gresh for that's pretty much your central hub for everything. Make sure you scan that QR code to stream the Unleashed anthem as well as the interview slash alternate theme Talk My Ish. We've been seeing the love and support that y'all been giving. Y'all like, yo, y'all loving it. Y'all retweeting it, reposting it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all because
Yes.
this is literally it's literally all started with me hearing him rap, and I was like, can you just can you give me a new theme song? And he just
Yes.
we had an original version, but copyright issues forced us to remake it and remix it. But
Mhm.
fortunately, the producer and everything, we own it. So you stream it, it helps us. It comes to me, I get a percentage, and that percentage literally goes back into the podcast. So if you stream that, all you got, if you want to support the podcast, if it's not on Patreon, shout out to our Patreon backers over on patreon.com/Gresh Digital. We back in business, so the content will be flowing over there as well. But if you want to support the podcast monetarily, you can also do it by streaming Talk My Ish or the Unleashed Anthem and share it on social media so other people can listen to it. Because this guy right here is super talented. This is not because he's one of my best friends, but this is I'm being genuine, and you guys can also check it out for yourself. This dude is one of the best rappers in the game. I do not care if anybody want to hate or say get this shit off the air. I don't give
My
a fuck
God,
what you
come on.
say, but this is my guy. This is one of my best friends, and he is talented as all heck.
Hey, as is
And
this guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna just let him brag on me and not brag on him. Y'all know, I ain't gotta tell y'all, but y'all already know my guy is one of the best, if not the best, when it comes to the edits. Y'all see the graphics, y'all see all this layout. My boy does this on a daily, not just because it's what he's best at, it's also because he wants to make sure he get y'all the best of the best of the best quality for shows just like this one. So you already know, holla at my guy if you need any kind of production, any type of graphics, all that good stuff, because my boy will put in that good work for you and you will not be disappointed. And I guess real quick, man, before we let them wrap, I'll kind of make this announcement if they didn't know since you mentioned the theme. So, as y'all know, I'm a Christian rap artist by the name of Highlight Reel. Shout out to all of y'all who
yeah,
have followed or showed love to everything that I do, but also what I decided to do is I made a new platform that is dedicated for all the wrestling content in terms of like the freestyles that me and Gresh do with the wrestling themes. Shout out to the independent wrestlers that I've had an honor and privilege of doing wrestling themes for, like Trish Adora, my boy Shoot Taylor, and the list goes on, man. So all of those themes are slowly making their way onto the social outlets. Like I said, if you want to follow it, the platform is Mike Mayhem Music. That is Mike, M-I-C, Mayhem Music. If you go right there to that link, you'll see it. You can follow it and you'll see every new theme. The Life's a Botch theme song will be releasing in another week. So y'all look out for that if y'all like that theme from the show. That's dropping up next, along with some of the other independent themes. So, yeah, man, that's all I got to say for y'all. Like he said, man, keep supporting what we do. We love doing this for y'all. You feel me? That's what we do.
oh yeah, for sure. And like I said, for those of you who don't know already, this is your official WWE Crown Jewel post show. Shout out Rick, shout out Ash, shout out Dwayne, Highlight Reel for the Lights of Box podcast. Shout out OTS Media. Shout out everybody who support your boy. They try to get me up out of here. No, I'm just playing. But yo, we are it's all love out here. Like I said on Twitter, and I'm saying it now. This is an olive branch. Like I'm not out here spreading hate, spreading disrespect. If you don't rock with me no more, that's your prerogative. But I'm not out here like harping on that. Like we hear it's all positivities, fun, love, respect. That's all we do. Like I got all the stuff that I've been doing. Like I got the Bray Wyatt plaques back there. I got the
Come
Botch
on.
paint that I got from Detroit. Got the
I
Jazz
see you.
signature back there from
I
Detroit.
see
Like
you, brother.
like that's all it is. It's like we showing love and respect out here. Like that's all it is. But like I said, if you haven't followed us on social media, make sure you follow yours truly at It's Gresh on Twitter. Had to change the because the other name got out of the way. I'm gonna eventually change it on Instagram, but for now, it's still Josh Gresh from ORG. Facebook, same, all that stuff. But if you want all my links, go to solo.to/Gresh. If you want to support the podcast itself, at Gresh Unleashed, that is on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is at Gresh Unleashed Pod. So, man, if you need an actual of the full central hub, go to www.gressunleashed.com for that as well. We will catch you guys on Tuesday for another installment of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. And with that being said, make sure you guys continue to show love, continue to show respect to each other, and have fun. Because remember, at the end of the day, it is just professional wrestling. And before we get up out of here, let's check to see if my dogs are actually winning, because the Georgia Bulldogs are completely undefeated. Okay, so right now we are at 24-21, but I have faith. I have faith that they're going to win. I have faith we're going to continue to be undefeated. But make sure you guys continue to support us, because the football talk, all that stuff is staying for good. So we're going to be definitely going to be talking about this weekend of football, maybe basketball too, because I believe basketball started back as well. So this is going to be a fun time. The Gresh Unleashed podcast. This outro has been going on for too long, but with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets, and remember to continue to show love, respect to each other, and remember to always, like the t-shirt said, make sure you cop the merch as well. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be crazy. Yeet.